And welcome to Raising the Standards. Jacoby with you, with my co-host Bill Wolverton. Hello, Bill.
Howdy, Jacoby.
Since we last spoke, I had a birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. And as Mickey Mantle once said, if I'd known I was going to live this long, I'd have taken much better care of myself. And sadly, apparently, Elon Musk didn't get my gift list.
No.
No.
Well, what did you ask him for?
Everything. No, it's not. Apparently, there are a bunch of guys that when SpaceX first started, they were like janitors and really low-level technicians that took a lot of their salaries in stock. And they're all millionaires today.
Don't doubt it.
Yeah, not too bad. Anyway, welcome to Raising Standards. Good show today. One of the great things, of course, coming up in September is Monterey Jazz, but there's also a great festival that's going on a little north of Monterey that's been going on for years, and really an extraordinary event, the Stanford Jazz Festival. And with us on the line, Corey Combs, who's the executive director. Hello, Corey. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. How are you all?
We are well. You
yes,
well?
I'm well.
We're all well.
Nice use of an adverb there.
I do like that. Welcome. Well, he's at Stanford. Come on. Welcome to Raising the Standards. Delighted to have you on the show with us. The festival is coming up, and I don't have a computer in front of me. I know Bill does, but give me a little background. I know when I was running jazz on the Plaz, and prior to that, I had started the Palo Alto Jazz Festival with the legendary Herb Wong.
Sure.
And in those days, we did like 3 years. But, I mean, we had some players. I mean, we had Sarah Vaughan, we had Carmen McRae, and Joe Williams and Woody Herman. And we did, because Palo Alto, we did it out at the Baylands. And I don't care if you were Jesus doing the sermon. The sun went down, we're out of here. It was crazy. So we melted for 3 years and then moved on. You guys have done very well for much longer. Talk a little bit about the history of the festival.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. I am thrilled to be able to have taken the reins from the founder, Jim Nadell, who has actually operated Stanford Jazz Workshop for over 50 years. So it started out as pretty informal meeting for jazz enthusiasts and players, and then over time evolved into the workshop, which is 4 weeks of jazz education on the Stanford campus, and then a month and a half of near nightly jazz festival concerts. So it's this dual effort that makes our program so unique. And he's been gladly handing over the reins to myself and my colleague, who's a wonderful musician, Stephen Lugener, who we work on curating the festival for the last 3 years. So it's been really exciting to look at this blank slate of dates and think of like, okay, who can we dream of? Who do we want? Who's our wish list? Who's going to be in town, and put it together.
Well, not only is it a wonderful event for the community, but the young people, the musicians that come to learn at the workshops, and those that teach them, to a person, love doing it.
Yeah, they are dedicated educators, and these are often people that could make their living just as touring professionals, but they love the idea of carrying this music forward with the next generation. And so someone like Taylor Eichste, who started out as a student of the workshop, has now been coming as an educator for the last decade plus, maybe even more than that, and always does a festival show too. So the students get to spend a week under his tutelage and then see him at night with one of his own bands. It's tremendous in that way, that our teachers are our performers, and the students and patrons of the festival get access on both sides.
Well, I introduced Taylor when he was introduced as a prodigy, so it's been that long.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he was he was late teens when he did it.
Yeah.
You guys now the funds go back into the program.
Right, exactly, and we still have to fundraise. So we, tuition for the camp and ticket sales are of course major components of how we do our budget year over year, but we still are responsible for fundraising through our generous donors and supporters and foundations, and sometimes some government grants here and there. And yeah, so that's the way we put together. But we essentially have to rebuild it all each year. What we bring in, we put right back out to the faculty and to the artists and the performers, and then starting in the fall, we build it back up again.
Now, Corey, logistically, you use several venues. The workshops, I'm assuming, are they done on campus?
They are. So we take over the entire Braun Music Center for the workshops, and we have a great relationship with Stanford University in that all the music faculty, except for a couple people that are going to be needing their offices, give us their office for use in the summer. We have all the music rooms. And so that's just an incredibly active community that's all Stanford Jazz. And then the primary venues we use are Dinkelspiel Auditorium and Campbell Auditorium. And then sometimes for at least a one-off this year, our Indian Jazz Journey is in Bing. So it's kind of the crown jewel of the Stanford venues.
So is Dinkelspiel a proper name or an instrument or another word for exploring a cave? I'm totally lost.
Dinkelspiel is probably the donor's name. So it's a proper auditorium.
Name. Okay.
Yes, but it was named some time ago. So it's a legacy theater, and that this was named and probably fully funded by that individual. Yes.
Well, years ago, I think you used to do performances at Gunn High School because they have a great auditorium there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely been some nomadic presentation off of the Stanford campus, and in fact, we're certainly keeping our eyes open for great partners and great other venues. But it works out so well for us to be in those Stanford particular venues because the students can wrap up a day, literally walk 20 feet over to the theater, and it's pretty convenient for patrons too that aren't there for the educational side to come and park at Stanford and find the venue and see a great show.
And the Stanford campus for years has been a hop, skip, and an eighth note, if you will, from great jazz. From the Poppycock downtown to Butterfields, where Vince Guaraldi used to play. I mean, there was some terrific jazz clubs in Palo Alto for years.
Yeah, I mean, the Peninsula also seems to be having a nice resurgence with the what is it? The Maybach.
Yes.
Yes.
And now, have you been there? I was. We were talking to Paula West the other day. She just did a gig there and said it's just a great room. It's only like 50 seats.
Yeah, I played there with the great saxophonist Richard Howell. We did a couple of nights there, and so I got to see the venue, play there. Great audience, as you said, nice and intimate. So very, very much like a small jazz club. But yeah, they're doing something special there too.
And there is, and I'm preaching to the choir here, but there is nothing more special than a little venue for jazz. When I was at KRML, we used to do a lot of concerts there. It was maybe 70 people. I know Smoke in New York is a very small venue, but that up close and personal, coming as a father whose daughter thought it was great to be able to see Britney Spears from the screen because I sat right next to the Jumbotron. And I said, there was a time where the performer looked at you and you looked at them. And, that's what's great about these small clubs. Well, let's start dropping some names. What have we got coming up? And I know we've got a list over here. Billy, you've got a list over there.
Well, I'm looking at the website, stanfordjazz.org. It's a really nice website. You've got some good photographs there.
Yeah, we spent some time on that. I ended up doing a lot of my own learning on the website development side of the fence. So I'm glad to hear a compliment because that was a lot of hours of me cropping pictures and finding an exciting photo, all of that.
Yeah, I can tell. It looks great.
Nice. Corey, when you're applying for a job and they say, well, are you much of an IT guy? And you go, no. And they go, you'll learn.
You'll figure it out. That's right.
Well, It looks like my resume's got to get a little bigger.
That's the way I approach it for sure. There's nothing that's not in the job description.
All right. So who we got coming?
Well, we're thrilled with our Indian Jazz Journey, which is George Brooks and Mahesh Kale They're kicking us off a week from tomorrow. That's an annual tradition combining Indian classical music and jazz. Close to selling out. Branford Marsalis, our opening night, the following week, is sold out. But then we have a couple of other great shows on that weekend. And Billy Childs, the amazing Los Angeles pianist and vocalist Luciana Souza. We have a number of shows that are kind of tentpole staples that come back year after year that have wonderful houses. And because they're so awesome and great musicians, and that's Anat Cohen. I mentioned Taylor Eichste already. George Cables is coming back for a concert, and that was one of the best shows I've seen anywhere. Was George Cables?
He's great.
Last year, he's just so tremendous.
An old buddy of mine, Nicolas Bearde's going to be there.
Yes, we presented him once before, and so glad that he's coming back and doing what he's described as blues, ballads, and beyond. So some standards, some blues, some of his own, and that's going to be a fantastic night. And we have some unique shows in our midst too that we might not be ringing a bell to people yet. There's a brass quartet called the Westerlies from New York that's coming to do a show. 2 trumpets, 2 trombones, and they play. It's kind of more on the, if you will, chamber music side, but it's definitely jazz in its conception. So that's going to be a cool one. We have some tributes. So we have tribute to Miles Davis. We have a tribute. Marcus Shelby's doing a great tribute to Mingus. And so a lot of themed concerts interspersed. And I'm really excited with some Afro-Cuban musicians, Yelian Canizares, who, if you don't know that name yet, she's a Cuban-Swiss vocalist and violinist who is one of the most exciting live performers I've seen ever, really. And that's gonna be a great show for sure.
Now, going to a jazz festival is like going to, and we do a lot of work with CineQuest here, like going to an independent film festival. Yeah, you might not know the name, but boy, are you in for a treat, and you'll walk away a fan.
That's right, and that's what we hope, is that people kind of branch left or right of their particular taste and try something that they maybe not are super familiar with. Because all of these performers have incredible reputations and are touring the world and have great following. So we feel very confident in this roster and this lineup to say there's something special going to happen each night.
Now, it's, as Bill mentioned, it's a great website. I'm assuming that you can order tickets that are available online.
Yes, that's stanfordjazz.org. You can read about any show, watch some YouTube clips of the artist if you're curious, and then hopefully go to the next step and go and click the button to buy tickets.
Now, I'll admit,
all right there on the website.
I'm a dinosaur. I know I can get a ticket here, but I like to pay cash money. Is there any in-person place I can buy tickets?
Yeah, you can come and do day of at the box office for sure. If something gets too close to sellout, we mark it on the website, so of course you can see that. But yes, if you feel like showing up and buying a ticket on site, just come to the venue and we could do it right at the box office.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Actually, Bill, if you've got cash, I can sell you a couple tickets. Unfortunately, a ticket will be written in crayon, but they'll accept
yeah,
it.
That's nice.
I wouldn't worry about it. My friend Branford Marsalis is going to open for you. I know that they're sold out. And I know that since he and I play golf together, he'll be sneaking out onto the course. There's a great story, nice. Corey. You will love this about Branford. Rachel just walked in the studio, and we've talked to Branford many times on the air. And Branford was telling me a story. He got a call from the Augusta, Georgia Art Museum. And they said, "We'd like you to come do a benefit." And he says, "Where are you from?" And they said, "Augusta." He goes, "Can I?" "Yes, you can play the course." He goes, "Let me donate my time."
So, I will be there. That's an easy
yes,
awesome.
Say hello to him for me. We're going to play a tune by Nicolas Bearde in a few minutes. So again, tell me the range of dates it runs through when?
Coming up starting on the 21st of June all the way through July 31st. There's
Okay.
that July 4th week we're dark, but other than that, there's a show basically every night of the week.
And Nicolas will be there on July 11th.
Good. So it's, my God, those dates, it's like a house band for the World Cup.
Yeah, it is.
That's great. Corey, I sure appreciate it, my friend.
I very much appreciate having the chance to talk about it with both of you. And
Yeah.
if you want any tickets, just drop me an email.
Well, you're very kind, and do me a favor when Bill shows up with those ones in crayon, just take them out.
I'll honor it.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'll cover that.
Thank you, brother. Take care.
Thank you for calling.
All right. Bye-bye. And here's
Bye-bye.
a little taste of what's going to be there, the great Nicolas Bearde.
That's how we do it around here. But looking at you, it occurs to me there's a certain quality about you. You have the cool, clear eye of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sound of good solid judgment whenever you talk, and I mean that. Yet there's that bold, brave spring of the tiger that quickens your walk. I believe in you. Yes, I believe in you. And when my faith in my fellow man but falls apart, I but to feel your hand touching mine, and I take heart to see the cool, clear eye of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there that's land, bang, tang, reminiscent of gin and vermouth. I believe in you. That's right, Audie. I believe in you. I believe in you. Baby, I believe in you. Girl, no matter what
Nicolas Bearde, who will be at the Stanford Jazz Festival. He'll be here in a couple of minutes. We'll chat with him and talk about his upcoming performance with our outgoing partner, Miss Rachel. You got a Zoom, huh?
No, I'm meeting somebody in person, thankfully.
Really?
Yeah, see, Zoom means something these days.
That's true.
Oh, you got a Zoom?
No, I didn't mean that.
I'm
obviously.
on
It's like when I
Zoom
say
so
hip,
much.
it doesn't mean surgery.
Honestly, I'm on Zoom so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and I
Poor
still
you.
use Zoom.
I don't like Zoom.
I'm not good
I
at
don't.
using it. You
I
should
like-
see
I
me.
do like going to meetings without pants on.
True.
Yeah,
You can do
that's
that
good.
in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, that's
I mean, you could.
not and keep 2 jobs that I lost. What are you binging?
Oh, okay. So I am watching.
And by the way, is this tequila for me?
That's
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
no,
Otherwise,
it's not, actually.
wouldn't
I
that be
brought
funny
it-
if she got up and left
Well,
with
I
it?
didn't want to hold
It's a
my
mic stand.
So I
It's a
brought
mic
this
stand.
For my mic.
This is what makes Mike not stand. By the way, is this a good-
Oh, so clever.
It's a mic stumble.
Clever.
Nice.
It's a mic.
So I am watching Dutton Ranch.
Okay,
Okay. And I'm watching.
that's a Tyler Sheridan, right?
That's a Tyler Sheridan. It's a little dark, to be honest with you, but it's, whatever. And I'm watching Friends and Neighbors. John
Friends
Hamm.
and Neighbors. Have you finished the second
It's
season?
excellent.
You know what's really excellent about it? Watch this. I won't give anything away.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
No,
surprising.
Is the wisdom as a parent that he has,
yeah.
where he does all this stupid stuff that's
Yeah.
ill-advised, but what dealing with his daughter and stuff is real. I mean, I learned a lot from it. It was really remarkable.
I thought he wrote too little, too late. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm just
that's
kidding.
true. That's
No,
true.
I like it too. I think he's really, it's really well done, honestly. And I love Amanda Peet.
Yeah.
She's funny, and this woman in it who plays his wife was a therapist.
Yeah.
And was, she just throughout it she's very herself, but she's also very, she does some things. She makes some mistakes. And so it's a fascinating show.
Now, did you watch Rooster?
No, I haven't.
You should.
seen
Rooster, Steve Carell, and it's the folks that did Ted Lasso.
Okay. I
Yeah.
will definitely.
That was funny.
Oh,
I haven't seen much TV, but I've seen that.
Ted Lasso's
Lasso's
coming
good.
back, and it really worries me that to come back for another year because they ended it so well.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
to,
like Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's like sometimes one term's enough.
I know.
Did you see how I stuck politics into that?
It's so hard to
Wasn't that sneaky?
That's true. That's true. I imagine the guy from Iowa with the map says Donald J. Trump. I don't see it written there. Oh, well, all the letters are on the floor. All right, so it's wonderful to see you.
Good to see
and
you
you
too.
need to come visit more often.
I want to. Yeah, just tell me when.
We'll get you headphones if you come
I
more
don't
often.
have to. I actually have headphones that you gave me that I could have brought.
Yes.
And
Do
I
they
will
have
next
earwigs
time.
in them?
No, they are clean of earwigs, but I will bring them next time. I'm not
Okay.
worried. I don't care if I don't, whatever. And I had Bill hooked me up with the transcript, so I knew what was going on.
That's true.
It was pretty cool because he knows. I was at I had a cavity filled. I went to the dentist, which was shocking.
Well, good reason, because go to Costco is not a good move for a cavity.
Well, it's like I had a cavity filled, and they had to give me nitrous, and then I realized.
Oh, they had to because of all the begging.
Oh no, because I was a nightmare. I was crying, and so but I realized while I was on the nitrous, I realized that I have this need to make everyone feel comfortable and to be a part of the conversation. So Bill knows that need.
Sure.
And he provided me with the transcript. But where it really hit me was the dentist was telling the assistant or the nurse or the whatever the appropriate word is for the lady who helps when they're drilling into your teeth, was talking to her, talking dental stuff to her, and I was trying to participate in my nitrous state because I thought that maybe she wasn't answering quickly enough, and I did not want the dentist to feel like she was, not feeling comfortable in the conversation. So I started trying to participate.
You're kibitzing in your own procedure.
And then I realized midway through, I was like, oh, Rachel, you have a very irrational need to be in the conversation, to feel like you're a part of it, and then to also keep everybody comfortable in the conversation. So thankfully Bill knew that, and he hooked me up.
Well, Robert Klein used to do a bit. He says it's interesting when you're at the dentist and they have 4 metal objects in your mouth, and you're numb, and there's 2 hands in your mouth. And the dentist will ask you questions that you just can't respond to.
Oh, I know,
like,
totally.
boy, how about that Nixon? He got a bad deal. Or I understand your mother's sleeping with the superintendent. Yeah, you can't answer anything. But nitrous is one of my favorite drugs.
I am such a nervous.
Oh, I love nitrous,
patient.
and inevitably I say, "Are you okay, Mike? You turn it up just a little bit. Turn it up a little bit." And then at one point I hear, "Mike,
oh.
Mike."
See, they keep asking me like, "How's the nitrous? Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm always like,
I've had better.
No, I'm good. I'm good. And then I get a lot of like, because they can tell when I'm starting to freak out again. I get a lot of like, breathe very deeply through your nose, and I'm like, oh, okay. They're trying to get me like, out of it or whatever. So they're trying to like pacify me because I am anxious.
Yeah. We need you to leave soon.
Breathe deeply.
I haven't often had that, but I did in middle school once. And the dentist, who was a family friend, he turned up the nitrous, said, "I'm going to leave you here till you're good and gassed. I'll be back in a few minutes."
Gas.
He left the room.
Oh,
and I was thinking, they call it laughing gas.
Yeah.
It shouldn't make you laugh. I'm going to really pay attention to my response and see what about it might make me laugh. And I thought about the concept of that, and I found it very amusing.
Isn't that amazing, the introspection when that's a drug that really makes you introspective. I did the same
Well, I
thing.
laughed.
Yeah.
I laughed at the notion of thinking if I could resist laughter.
But in fairness, the two-headed iguana was very fun. Rachel, delight to see you. Love you, darling.
It was nice to see you.
You come see us anytime you like. All right.
Exciting.
And I have to tell you, folks, that when we're off microphone, Bill and Rachel compare stories that, how did he drive you crazy?
Oh, no, it's just you are a constant producer. You produce constantly, and you are always thinking of new stuff. You're always working. You probably never stop working. You have big wheels. You do, right?
What's the question?
You have big wheels.
I was thinking of something.
You got big. Yeah, see, told ya. All right, bye.
Quick, say your line so I can respond.
Okay, I was like, wait, what's my line?
Take care.
Later, bye.
Bye, Rachel.
We're going to talk to Nicolas Bearde in just a second.
Very good.
With us on the line, a dear old friend and a marvelous performer whom we just heard, and who is coming up on July 11th at the Stanford Jazz Festival, Nicolas Bearde. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are good. Are we good, Bill?
We are good, yes.
We are good. What did we just listen to from Nicolas?
We just heard "I Believe in You."
And it was very nice. Yes. Now, we were talking to Corey Combs, who's the executive director of the Stanford Jazz Festival, and he was equally excited about your coming back to the event. And how did he describe the show you're doing? Blues, jazz, what are the words?
I don't exactly know. I don't have my promo material before me, but blues, jazz, and other stuff.
And I think ballads was the other word he used.
Ballads, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, you love when you ask somebody, what is it you do? I don't know, but it's good to tell.
Know what I do.
So what are you doing these days? You got any projects in the wind?
Well, I have a new album in the works. It's unfortunately it's dragging itself out. Sometimes these things come together really quickly, and sometimes they take a little reconsideration, if you will. And this happens to be one of those things.
And what's the album? Can you give us a little background on it, or what you got?
Well, I'm doing a focus on Latin styles.
Oh,
so, bossa novas, some salsa, sambas and things of that nature.
Now, is that something that's close to your heart, or something that you've discovered recently as an adult, or have you always kind of enjoyed that kind of music?
No, bossa novas. I've had a fondness for bossa novas ever since I first heard like Sergio Mendes, and then of course the great girl from Ipanema and Astrid Gilberto, the whole Gilberto clan back in the day, and I've just taken a liking to it. And I've never put a real focus in terms of an album project. This will be the first time I'm actually putting a focus on that stuff.
It's hard to go wrong with Joe Beam or Wild Gilberto. I mean, it's such a wonderful, wonderful music. I'm reminded of the story of the film Black Orpheus, which I had a buddy who was my mentor in radio who told me that he went to see the film, and it was really the first time the American public had been exposed to the bossa nova, and he said it was just an absolute epiphany to hear that music for the first time.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And it's a beautiful film. It's a bit raw in
Yeah.
this context. I've seen it, but it is beautiful in terms of how they present the music of the era and the area. Just a real revelation, I think, for the public.
So when you're at, are you also teaching a workshop at Stanford?
Not for this occasion, no.
Okay, but you've done those in the past?
Not at Stanford, but I've done like Living Jazz, the jazz camp.
And what is that involved? Walk me through a very short idea of the curriculum.
Well, it's quite something because it encompasses a lot of jazz music and cultural music, Latin and other cultures. It is very intense. Has been an 8-day experience, and it takes place in the Redwoods down near Pescadero.
Okay.
And it's a totally immersive experience for a week, let's say. And it gives the young students and the older students a chance to see what it's like to live all day with music, particularly jazz and other cultures. And it's very, very all-encompassing. It's a very, very wonderful experience, I think, for most people.
Or a day in the life of Nicolas Bearde, who lives every day. I know when you and I play golf, you're humming all the time.
Speaking of that,
yes,
it's coming up, right?
It is the first Monday in October, Jacoby 46.
All right.
I will. We do a different theme, Bill, every year, and to give you a little background on my tournament. And I don't know if you played in this one, Nicolas, but one year we did a tribute to Pancho Villa. And I hired this mariachi player, trumpet player, in full uniform. Full uniform, big guy. Were you there at that time?
But was it? No, I don't think so. Was there gunfire?
No, there was not gunfire. But what was interesting, I said, "Here's $100." And he says, and I said, every time someone has a shot of tequila on the course, you play da 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 da. He goes, I gotta go. No, there's more. I said, here's another $100. Every time someone on the course has a shot, do you see? You have a shot. Oh, he goes, got it. So I'm standing on the first tee, and I hear da 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 da. 30 seconds. 30 seconds later. Da 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 da. 30 seconds later. Da da da. And a cart drives by with this guy passed out, holding onto his trumpet. And I said, "Well, looks like that's over."
So Nicolas, do you hum much louder when he's right about the putt?
He does. That rattle the chain in his pockets.
Ah, okay.
So you're doing a lot of touring. You always have been. Where have you been recently? Were you just in Germany?
Well, I've actually just on a personal note been back and forth to Europe a lot. Just spending a little time there. Actually working on setting up some touring in France and Germany and throughout the Schengen, as they say.
Yeah.
Just working on some things. And also kind of navigating just my latter part of my life,
It's welcome to my world, my friend. Hey, it's always good to talk to you. Have you got any gigs coming up other than Stanford in our area?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Because we're doing the Healdsburg Jazz Festival this coming Tuesday. Doing the music of Charles Brown, and I'll be working with Danny Karen, the great guitarist, Danny Karen, Ruth Davies on bass, Design Claiborne on drums. We're going to be up there Tuesday afternoon, doing the music of the great blues man Charles Brown.
Well, I will let you in on a little reality that this show won't post till after the concert. But have a great show, Nicolas, and we wish you the best on that.
Thank you.
But anything in the future that's coming up, you got Kawamba, you got anything going down the line?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay.
of course, that got the Stanford thing on July 11th.
Well,
Um,
we'll get that announcement out long before July 11th. We're just not going to
yeah.
be able to do anything next week. But
And
go ahead.
And may I say it's very kind of you to arrange this interview. I appreciate, always enjoyed talking with you, and I appreciate you making the opportunity available.
Well, we appreciate you. You're a good friend, and look forward to seeing you at the tournament. And the theme this year is Bigfoot, and with my face on in a gorilla suit. It's really good. And we talk about that it's actually dedicated to the head pro at Sasquatch Country Club in northern Washington, who's Phil Sinclair, who's 9 feet tall, wears a size 28 shoe, a Bigfoot.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's a 14 handicap, but he only has one club. So we will see you there, Nicolas Bearde. God bless you, my friend. Talk to you soon,
Michael. Thank you so much, Bill. Pleasure talking with you as well.
Likewise. Thank you very much.
All right.
We're gonna do a liner note. You can get that together, and I will quickly check my phone here to find it. Here it is. Look at this, how quickly we're ready.
I'm impressed.
Right. So you'll remember this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were interviewing Judy Wexler.
I recall.
Here on Raising the Standards.
Not for the first time.
Not at all. And that's not the first time you've recalled anything?
I remember her from speaking to her earlier.
And remember, she was talking about Blossom Dearie.
Yes.
Well, she and I are both admirers of her work, Judy from the perspective of a jazz singer, and me as a lover of the Great American Songbook. Today's tune, written in 1956 by Bob Hames, features the quintessential Blossom Dearie lyrics. Now at last is sweet, poignant, and quite lovely. Now at last I know what a fool I've been, for I've lost the last love I shall ever win. She seemed to have favorite words in her songs she chose: spring and robin, lost love and found love, heart and soul, and of course Manhattan. Dearie's career of 50 years plus included work with the likes of Woody Herman and Miles, Dave Frischberg, Bob Dorough, and Johnny Mercer. She lived in Paris, Greenwich Village, but was never more at home than sitting at a piano singing songs which she owned. When the spring is cold, where do the robins go? What makes winters lonely? Now at last I know. From her 1957 release on Verb label, here's a young Blossom Dearie. Enjoy.
Now at last I know what a fool I've been, for I've lost the last love I shall ever win. And at last I see how my heart was blind to the joys before me that I left behind. When the wind was fresh on the hill and the stars were new in the sky, and a lark was heard in the still, where was I? Where was I? When the spring is cold, where do robins go? What makes winters lonely? Now at last I know. When the wind was was fresh on the hill, and the stars were new in the sky, and a lark was heard in the still. Where was I? Where was I when the spring is cold? Where do robins go? What makes winters lonely? Now at last I know.
I just love Blossom Dearie. Isn't that beautiful?
Well, I didn't before, but now I do.
See, now I do. She has
Yeah.
such a sweet voice. She's so wonderful. Hey, good show. A big thank you to Corey Combs, who's the executive director of the Stanford Jazz Festival. Talk about some old times. Good guy. Also, our buddy Nicolas Bearde, who will be at... he's somewhere next week with the show.
The Humming Golfer.
Well, yes, the Humming Golfer. He'll be at Healdsburg after the show, before the show airs, so that's not going to help him. But he will be at the Stanford Jazz Festival on July 11th.
Correct.
So we thank him for taking time to chat with us. You got an A-Train?
I bet I could find one.
I bet you can. I think you just lean out over the track and listen very carefully. There it is.
Listeners, don't lean over train tracks.
They don't.
Don't listen to
I
Jacoby.
was just trying to flatten the coin. As always, this show has been for Mark, for Georgianne, and for you. Until the next time, when we once again raise the standard, I'm Jacoby. I'll see you soon.
If you should take a train, you get to where you're going in a hurry. Hurry, 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 now it's coming. Can't you hear the rails go humming? If you should miss the A train, it's the quickest way to get to Harlem.